Right, macaroni's done. Next, for the roux. The roux is very important, so watch carefully. There's 3 ingredients needed for a roux. 1 is your butter, 2 plain flour, 3 milk. The key to the roux, and what's going to make it work, is the consistency. So I'm going to take some butter here. Alright. Sizzling away nicely. Really like that. Then next thing is the flour. You see I'm doing this kind of like rough and coarse. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it, because you'll see what I'm doing. So they kind of go together. And you see what's happening. They make this thing that looks a bit like Play-Doh. And that's the key. And see that there, that needs a bit stiffening up. So all you do, you add a bit more flour. Yeah? See where I'm going with this? Now this is the basis for like any like white sauce. So obviously what we're doing here is a cheese sauce. Okay? And I'll bring you back to this in a second. Okay, now I'm kind of fairly happy with what I got. You might not be able to see it quite clearly. Okay, you might not think of much of that consistency, but now I'm at a stage where I'm looking to add my milk. Okay, got a fairly kind of medium fire going on here. Okay, and I'm just gonna. The technique is really, I usually add the milk off the heat. Okay, but just because I'm getting started, I'm just going to show you kind of what happens here. Okay. As you see, the roux kind of absorbs the milk fairly kind of rapidly, and as it does so, it gets more and more spongy. Okay. And as long as you only add a bit of milk at a time, you're not going to get lumps. Okay. What's going to happen? It's just going to absorb into the mix, and it's just going to be like a one kind of continuous consistency. Okay, so basically you just keep adding milk in small portions, and you don't add any more milk until the milk that you previously added has been consumed by the roux. Okay, back shortly. Okay, here you can see like I've just added milk. I've mixed it in until like it's one consistent kind of blob. See, I'm going to wave it around a bit there, so you can see where I'm going with this. I just want to show you something. You probably can't see it too well, but basically, if you do add too much milk, okay, as I have done here, it gets a slightly. You can see, or you can't probably see from this video, the lumps in it, but it's very easy to recover. Okay, so what you basically do is you just keep mixing, and as the moisture, as the water in the milk evaporates, it just brings it back down to a consistency where it combines with the original mix of butter and flour. So there, rock and roll. We're back in business. Alright, at this stage, because I know this is kind of nearly finished, this stage nearly finished, and I'm going to get to like adding some cheese, and I'm going to like preheat the oven. I got that to a consistency I'm happy with. Now I'm going to start adding the cheese. And I'm just going to add it in like little bits. I'm going to add probably about 200 grams of cheese. Just going to stir that in slowly when all the cheese is melted. I'm going to add some more. I haven't added anything like salt or pepper to this. This is all about the cheese. Okay, cheese has got enough salt on its own, so I don't add anything else to the mix. Okay, for this stage, I'm just using one cheese. This is a mature cheddar. Okay. Anyway, okay, now I've got to the stage where I've put the pasta in a bowl that I've kind of lightly buttered. Okay, then I've got my sauce and I've kind of coated all the pasta, you know, with the sauce. The next stage, okay, I've got the remainder of my cheese, so I've probably got about 50 grams of my matured cheddar. I've got another 50 grams of double Gloucester. So now what I'm going to do is kind of gives it some of the nice kind of topping that goes on. I'm just going to kind of spread that about a bit. And the double Gloucester kind of gives it a bit more colour and kind of enhances the taste in its own special way. And that is kind of more or less it. You can kind of appreciate what comes next. I've got my oven going here, blazing heat. I'm going to whack it at the top, give it some colour. Bish bash bosh, about half an hour. Everybody be happy. Lovely. Okay, been about 25 minutes altogether now. Let's see where she's at. Okay, get some glove action going on. Look at that. Oh, oh, gorgeous. Let's pop her out. Turn it off. And let's see what we've got. So we've got a, you know, a nice kind of an orangey glow here, which is kind of being enhanced by the addition of the double Gloucester. You know, it's sizzling away nicely there. So there we have it. That's Weeks's, well, one of Weeks's many specialities, the old school style macaroni cheese. Okay, so if you want macaroni cheese, you know where it's at.